Hello, everybody. Welcome to Coach's Corner, Goode and Faithful Servant episode every Monday night here on Coach's Corner, where my good friend and teammate Kerry Goode spews his wisdom as he gets out of his book and through God. Goode and Faithful Servant. That's right. So we deep dive into his book every week. He breaks up his chapters into days, I think around 196 days. And I think we're on day 91. So we're working our way. We take one or two chapters every week. As you know, Kerry has ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. Been diagnosed for 10 years, had a big birthday bash and roast last week. So congratulations to KG. I thank you for doing the show. He's full of wisdom. Share the show. It's if you're into faith, family, and football, you can learn a lot from these shows on Monday night. We are into day 91, and thank God for technology as Kerry thinks his words into the computer and actually spits it out in his voice. So we're thankful for AI technology for doing that for our show. And let's get into it. Day 91, Kerry titles it Looking Back. These are all in Kerry's words. I just asked the questions. I learned a valuable lesson the other day looking back at memories and events that happened on this day previously. As I saw things I've done over the years, most of which I can no longer do, I became depressed and tears started to flow beyond my control. Looking back can make you smile, but it also can make you cry. Just ask anyone who has lost a loved one. Sometimes those memories are hard to relive. After a couple hours, I realized tears are words that the heart can't express. They are the silent language of grief. Tears are the safety valve of the heart when too much pressure is laid on it. When you look back on the times you laughed and you will cry, you also look back on the times you cried and you will laugh. Do not look back and grieve over the past, for it is gone. And do not be anxious about the future, for it has not yet come. Live in the present and make it so beautiful that it'll be worth remembering. Enjoy the little things. One day you'll look back and realize those were the big things. Philippians 3:13 says, quote, brothers, I do not consider that I have made it my own, but one thing I do know, forget what lies behind and strain forward to what lies ahead, unquote. So it's in the Bible. Kerry spews his wisdom from life and football and learning and his affliction with ALS, and he has turned it into a positive. He and his buddy Gary, who we'll talk about in a second. All right, so my first question, Kerry, tears are the silent language of grief. Tears are the words that the heart can't express. Tears are the safety valve when there's too much pressure. Man, I never thought of it that way. I think it's good to cry and release that tension. Have you ever known, Kerry, people that rarely cry? Does that concern you? Throw up any red flags at all?
Hello and welcome everyone to the show where honesty walks in the room and healing is not just a possibility, it's a promise. Let's start here. Crying is a God-given response. It's not weakness. It is not shame. It's the body and soul agreeing that a release is necessary. And when we suppress tears, we invite a pressure cooker moment, a silent buildup of pain that will eventually demand to be heard in ways we may not expect or feel prepared for. There's truth in what was shared. Tears are the silent language of grief. They are words the heart can't express. They're the safety valve when the pressure becomes too much. That kind of wisdom does not just speak, it sings. You do not always need an audience for your tears. They can fall in private, on pillows, in prayer, or even during the quiet of a drive home. But do not mistake silence for strength. Emotional restraint is not the same as resilience. Now, when we meet people who never cry, we should not be quick to judge. Some learned to wear armor early in life. Some were taught that vulnerability was dangerous. But yes, when someone seems closed off to all emotion, that can be a signal. Not necessarily a red flag, but certainly a place that needs gentleness and grace. Sometimes they're carrying grief that hasn't been given permission to flow. If you're listening to this and you've been holding back, I want you to know that letting those tears come is holy. It's cleansing, and it's courageous. You're not losing control. You're taking a step toward healing. Let it out. Let it rise. and let it remind you your heart is still beating. You're still here. You're still capable of love, of hope, of restoration.
Wow. Holy cow. Kerry talked a lot about a lot of things in that short segment. When we suppress tears, we invite the pressure cooking moments that we might regret. Crying is a God-given response. It's okay to cry. It's not a weakness. Kerry actually calls it courageous. And some were taught that vulnerability was dangerous, so few tears come from that person. Kerry offers grace right away instead of any kind of label put on him so a lot of wisdom just in that chapter. Just in that, we're still on chapter 91, and actually got another question for Kerry in this chapter. Kerry, comment on this phrase: living in the past will make you depressed, living in the future will make you anxious, and living in the present will bring you peace. Talk a little bit about that theme, Kerry.
My point of view, after all life has taught me, say that phrase carries real weight. Living in the past, especially with ALS in the picture, can pull you into a place of what was and what could have been, and that road's heavy, paved with memories that don't always offer comfort. I've learned that honoring the past does not mean staying stuck in it. It's okay to look back, just don't unpack and live there. Living in the future can be equally draining. When you have a diagnosis that people label as terminal, it's easy to get caught up in questions, timelines, and fears that haven't happened yet. That kind of thinking is fuel, it's friction. But living in the present, that's where I've found my peace. Right here, right now, my wife and I still make travel plans. We still set goals. I journal the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. And every entry is proof that I'm living, not just surviving. The present is a gift. It's where joy happens. It's where love still grows. The illness may have changed my body, but it has not changed my purpose. And if I stay present, I don't miss the beauty and the breath I still have.
Wow. Thinking about the future is not fuel. Oh my gosh, it's friction, I think you said. Wow. Think about that. Honoring your past doesn't mean staying stuck in it. It's okay to look back, just don't unpack and live there. I like the way you put that. Living in the present's a gift where love still grows and joy happens. That's why you got to live in the present. Forget about the past and the future's not here yet. Why worry about it? Leave it in God's hands. He's got everything under control. You can't control everything. What do you think of your AI multiplied with human emotions? No. There's always somebody smarter, stronger, bigger, faster. You're no better, no worse than anybody else. But man, let go of that. Let go of the past. It's gone. It's history. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay. All right. So let's go on to day 94. And Kerry titles this one, Make Today Your Best Day. For the majority of you, your joy and happiness are predicated on the things and life events that happen to you every day. Gary Godfrey, a friend and fellow ALS warrior who has taken on the mantra, make today your best day, unquote. Gary's mantra starts with the word make, which means to form something by putting the parts together, combining substances, construct, or create. Because he understands that things just don't transpire because you wake up in the morning. You have to make them happen. Have you ever had a day where nothing went wrong, nothing bad happened? I would venture to say that rarely happens. By eliminating the phrases, I can't, I don't, I'm not, you will be on your way to putting the parts together that make it a great day. It's a mind over matter thing. With the right mind, the situation doesn't matter. Wow, let's dive into those couple chapters. Okay, my question for Kerry. KJ, we used to say it all the time in football, mind over matter. Get your mind right no matter what's going to happen on the field or what conditions or what happens. It is the same for living life's games. Talk about Bible verse that carry this theme, be content in any situation. Let's hear you on this one, Kerry.
Make today your best day. I've come to understand that those aren't just words. They're a charge, a call to action. My friend Gary Godfrey didn't say hope today is good or maybe you'll catch a break. No, he said make it your best day. And that word matters because life does not hand you perfect days. You build them. Living with ALS has taught me the value of every breath, every choice, every moment. The reality is, most days are not flawless. You wake up to obstacles, news you weren't expecting, but your attitude, that's your tool belt. That's where mind over matter comes in. It's not just something we use to shout in football. It's how I walk through life now. If you strip away ideal, TMNOT, you make room to construct joy out of what's right in front of you. Maybe it's a shared laugh, a small win, or a quiet moment of peace. The point is, your best day isn't determined by what happens to you. It's shaped by how you respond to it. Scripture backs this up. Philippians 4:11 says, "For I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances." And verse 13 reminds us, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." That's not passive faith. That's active choosing. Choosing to live, choosing to smile, choosing to create something good today. So yes, make today your best day. Stitch it together with grace, gratitude, and grit. The scoreboard is your circumstances. It's the spirit with which you show up. Let's make it count.
It's not your passive faith. Wow. That is something else. It's action. It's action. That's grace. And man, Gary, I did hope you have a good day. Make it a great day. Don't hope you have a good day. Hope you get some breaks. Philippians 4:11 is is one of the hardest to do, isn't it? When things are going bad, you get a flat tire, and things are going wrong, you burn supper and you mess up something at home, your wife yells at you. I mean, there's so many things that goes on. Grace and gratitude. And Kerry finally says, grace, gratitude, and grit. Grace, gratitude, and grit. That's a pretty good motto for anybody to live, let alone play football with. But I want to thank you, Kerry, man. Just a great 2 chapters we tackled this week. I know you had a great birthday and a great time at the party last week. Let's hear from Kerry about closing comments.
I've come to understand some truths that I hope will speak to your heart the way they've spoken to mine. First, be in the moment. ALS taught me quickly that dwelling in the past or fearing the future doesn't bring peace. What does? Being fully present. I journal my highs and lows. I set real goals with my wife. I've learned to cherish what is, rather than chase what was or worry about what might be. Peace lives in the now. Second, make today your best day, Gary Godfrey said. Make today your best day. That word made stuck with me. It's not passive, it's intentional. Just like on the field, you don't wait for a win. You create it. Same goes for joy. You build it from what's in front of you with faith, mindset, and a whole lot of heart. Third, lean into the word 2 verses carry me. Philippians 4:11 and 4:13. One reminds me to be content, no matter the circumstance. The other tells me where my strength comes from, Christ. These aren't just feel-good scriptures. They are power tools for your attitude, and your attitude changes everything. My final thought for you today. If you are feeling weary, uncertain, or just looking for hope, hear me clearly. Peace isn't in yesterday, and it's not out there in some distant tomorrow. It's right here, right now, in your best day. It isn't waiting to show up. It's waiting for you to make it. So make it. Be intentional. Make it with courage. Make it with faith. And whatever season you keep showing up with purpose.
Wow. Holy macaroni, spaghetti, and pasta vazul, Kerry. You got away with words, brother. Man, that was moving. Intentional. Share it. Hey, if you like it, man, share this show. Every Wednesday night, Kerry spews his wisdom, and I'm so grateful for that. And everybody should be. So share it, like it, whatever you got to do, man. Kerry, I'm thankful Kerry is able to do this, and I'm thankful to be able to bring it to you. So share it. Listen to these messages from our great sponsors. Without them, this just wouldn't be possible. I'm thankful and grateful for all of them. So long, everybody.
For 30 years, you have seen the orange Beck signs all over the Gulf Coast listing a property for sale or lease. Beck Partners is your trusted advisor in commercial real estate, property management, commercial and personal insurance. Senior Vice President David Valletto has been with Beck Partners since 1989. Take advantage of his wealth of knowledge by calling him today at 982-7352. 982-7352. Extensive experience in all aspects of leasing, sales, management, and site selection will make sure your expectations are exceeded.
Arbitrium Consulting for all your fencing, landscaping, pressure washing, tree trimming needs. Call 850-483-0350 for your free estimates. Serving Pensacola, Gulf Breeze, Navarre, Fort Walton, Destin, Perdido, Gulf Shores, Foley, and the entire Gulf Coast. Arbitrium Consulting is owner-operated, fully licensed and insured. Call today, 850-483-0350, the official landscaper of Coach's Corner.
Hey, Bama fans, this is Will Moore, president of the Pensacola Bama Club. You can find us at PensacolaBamaClub.com. We are your official alumni chapter in the Pensacola and surrounding areas. Membership is available to all alumni and all Bama fans, so come see us at one of our many events throughout the year. Our Bama football watch parties are the next best thing to being in Bryant-Denny Stadium. We even serve authentic stadium hot dogs. Membership, event, and contact information will be found on our website at PensacolaBamaClub.com. Roll Tide.
My name is Steve Reynolds. I'm the manager and owner of Cordova Lanes, and we help keep your mind out of the gutter. Cordova Lanes is part of the community of Pensacola. Being here for 43 years, we've entertained more people than any other bowling center in the city. We sell-fund for a living. Cordova Lanes is located at 2111 Airport Boulevard in Pensacola, behind Cordova Mall. Come on out and see us at Cordova Lanes Bowling Center. Thank you.
Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on your home and auto insurance? Yep, and that place is, ta-da, State Farm. Here's the deal. State Farm agent Will Rentschler is your go-to agent in Pensacola, Florida for the service you deserve at the price that you want. So stop shopping around. State Farm agent Will Rentschler has you covered. Call 850-433-4678 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Legal disclaimer, individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.